My God, who is this black dude? I'm going to hang his portrait on the wall and worship it every day. Warren said exaggeratedly. I declare that God is black is even more exaggerated than Legis. After all, the person who can help you make $200 million, it is not an exaggeration to call him God. Judy, don't get excited. It's not over yet. Now we have to pray it's over. I've seen $200 million beckoning.
Beverly
Hills, Cooper's house. Yes. The moment Senegal scored, Eric jumped up from the couch, grabbed the beer bottle and poured it down. Eric, what are you doing? Asked Mom curiously. It's nothing. I'm just a little excited when I score. Don't be such a dear. You've only been discharged from the hospital for a short time. Take care of your body. Don't worry, Mom. I understand. Goal is just as it is in his memory. The game is the same as he remembers so far, and as long as there is no leakage, he can act according to his memory. The game continued, and the five stared intently at the screen, hoping that the clock would pass quickly and that it would end quickly. Suddenly, a black player in the French team launched a charge, a burst, and directly kicked in the face of the Senegalese backline. Oh my God, don't go in. Bastard, what are you doing? Oh, this nigger, he's going to shoot. This group of guys, who just called black people God, turned into in the blink of an eye, fully demonstrating what it means to use people to face forward, not to face backward. In an instant, Eric's heart also rose to his throat, staring at the TV with wide eyes.
Bang!
The kick seemed to hit the hearts of several people, and the goalpost made another meritorious gesture to bounce the ball out. Sleep cool. Eric directly flew up Chinese, attracting his mother again, and Emerson turned over prayers, thanking God, scolding, and the like. Thankfully, the rest of the game was thrilling until the final whistle blew, and the game ended with Senegal beating France 1-0. Was a big upset. This game shocked the world's eyeballs and also made countless gamblers lose their money. At this moment, the sound of cursing the French team sounded from all over the world. In MSN, information began to beat wildly. Bordeaux, is it over? They started shaking hands. Does that mean it's over? Billy, definitely yes. You see, time has stopped. The game is over. Warren, oh my God. This is the most exciting game I've ever seen. My heart is going to jump out. I need something to calm down. Judy, Senegal really won, Eric. You little bastard raised by a bitch. You really got it right by you. The stone in his heart fell to the ground, and at this time, Eric had a great appetite, took out the food from the refrigerator, and tapped the keyboard while eating. Believe me now, if you have a little spare money, you can also bet on it, and you can guarantee that you will not lose. Judy, FUCK. That's 19x odds, and you bastard could have $190 million in no time. Warren, and in just 100 minutes, you made $190 million. Eric, my brother, I'll press whatever you want. I still have $1,000 in my hand, and now all this Franklin is at your disposal. Eric is in a good mood, and the result remains the same, not even the schedule, which means that his control over the future will not change, and nothing is more important than that. Okay, you bastards, the roller coaster is fun, isn't it? Now we're going to make this money even bigger, but until then, relax. I'll pay for all the spending. Judy, yes. I'm just waiting for your words. If it's not for my lack of interest in men, I'd like to send you my fruit photos so you can see the water I flow out of excitement. Eric, I can also send you my own fruit photos. Eric sent a vomited emoji. Bordeaux, you should go check your mental state.
Bordeaux
made a vomiting expression. Shit, I've been a little bit influenced by the British lately, and when I walk down the street, I feel like there's always bad eyes around me staring at my ass.
Billy,
then protect it. I don't want Mom and Dad to know that you're zero in Texas. They're going to shoot you. After the chat, Eric looked not far away. His father was standing on the phone from Leontai, and it was estimated that it was a matter of work again. At this moment, he really wanted to see the miserable situation after the release of The Wind Whisperer. In his previous life, he only learned a few words from newspapers and the humble internet. MGM lost miserably, but it is not clear how much he lost. After all, information was not developed in that era. Eric naturally hopes that the more he loses, the better, and the more he loses, the better it will be for his subsequent acquisitions. Charlie Cooper returned to the living room with a frown after making the call. "Dad, what's wrong?" Charlie Cooper didn't hide it either. On the issue of the release of The Wind Whisperer, some theaters have raised objections on the scheduling of films. These bastards. What? These things haven't been talked about yet. It was already finalized, but this group of bastards didn't know where they heard that the internal test screening of Wind Whisperer was not good. So they suddenly changed their tune. They were all raised by bitches, damn it. Eric frowned. 2002 is not a later generation, and the internal test screening effect of the movie will generally not be circulated. The internal test screening, as the name suggests, is aimed at the executives and professionals in the company, and the media will not invite them. And even if there are leaks, they are all blockbusters with their own traffic, such as Martin Scorsese, Spielberg, and others' new movies, which are worth Yuji's painstaking efforts to dig, but John Woo and Wind Whisperer are obviously not qualified. And if it's not an external problem, then it can only be an internal problem. Eric was also an assistant director in his previous life. He has been in the circle for more than 10 years, and he has heard and seen a lot of internal struggles in the company. "Dad, it seems that there are people inside MGM who are very dissatisfied with you." Charlie Cooper had a dark face. "I know who it is. Someone wants me to step down quickly, a bunch of moths." Eric laughed. "Don't be angry. Think on the bright side. The harder this group jumps, the more stormy MGM becomes. This big ship has long been riddled with holes, and if you want to do it well, you can only change it to a new owner. Let them make trouble. The more happy the trouble, the worse Wind Whisperer will be, and our acquisition road will be relatively easy, isn't it?" Seeing that her son was still daydreaming, Charlie Cooper didn't say anything. After young people hit their heads and broke their blood, they will naturally understand the painstaking efforts of their parents, and there is no better way to take a shortcut in this world. Eric didn't bet on the next few games, and the wool had to be soothed. Otherwise, it would be easy to get bald, and it would be found if it was like a germ. "It's really unlucky. I went to the music festival with my sister-in-law, and before I could enter it, she suddenly fell to the ground with allergies, and quickly called 120 and sent her to the hospital.